Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun for our guys. I mean, a lot of work is going into it from a lot of people, from our administration to our staff. Super excited for them, but really ecstatic for our guys and their families, the guys that have been here for a couple years and got to this point. Scotty, Quentin, Jordan, Drew. Really happy for those guys and our opportunity to play in the postseason. Our goal was NCAA, but we're super thankful that the NIT has a platform for teams like us that feel like we're NCAA teams that didn't quite make it, but still have an opportunity to extend our season. So yeah, we're a lot of fun. I think our staff is excited about preparing for them. Having playing a local team, a really good team in Belmont. These guys know each other well. I mean, we kind of schedule for those guys to have workouts in the summer to scrimmage against each other. So it's not the first time that they have been on the court together. I mean, they frequent a lot of the same local places around here and know each other. So it should make for a real fun environment, but hopefully a competitive one that we step on the floor and with the competitive greatness that I think that we're capable of.
Chris?
Coach, yeah, kind of touching on that. How good is it just for the city to have two Nashville teams here in the postseason going head to head to kind of tip off really a week of March Madness?
Man, I think it's great for the city. A lot of excitement. It's getting a little warm outside, so hopefully everybody. We had some snow on the ground a couple of days ago, but it's still, it's warming up, and hopefully everybody comes out and support, man. It'd be a great opportunity to know. I mean, I think, during the course of the year, we dealt with some, obviously some mandates, just trying to keep, everybody safe. And now all of those mandates are gone. So we're looking forward to having an energized crowd to really help our guys. And with it being local, I know that, Belmont's going to have their fair share of support there as well. So should be a great environment, and it's really good for our city.
David?
Yes, Stack. What kind of impact does a postseason run, say you go on a run, what would it have for recruiting?
Well, I mean, I think we're locked up for the next with our recruiting class. I mean, and we're a really young team right now, so I don't know what that says for us. I mean, obviously the transfer portal and all those things, you don't know how that stuff is going to play out. But I think for us, I think there's a lot of people excited about, a lot of prospects that are excited about, how we play, the opportunities that our guys that have been here have gotten, and how they've improved and how they developed, since they've been here. So I think that, that bodes well for us. But again, like I said, it's a new world, and as far as recruiting and who's going to be probably over the next week. You're going to see a lot of names that you didn't expect, jump up in the transfer portal and probably wasn't happy with the season that they had or how it ended. So, I mean, those are things that we, it's our job to investigate and see if there's some things that can make sense for us. But we're excited about the class that we have coming in next year. Excited about some, the prospects that we're recruiting in the 23 class already, that we've got a lot of, time and energy in. But I think we're in a good place to, people want to go to places where you won. I mean, that was a tough sell for us, when we first got here. It's hard to recruit to, with, other recruiters telling guys, that they didn't win a game, and Stackhouse ain't gonna be there. He's going to the NBA next year. So you deal with all that in this dirty game. So, but I think over time we've been able to build something that we're starting to be really, really proud of, and I think we can sustain it and continue.
Aria?
Yes, Zach. What is Trey Thomas's status for the NIT?
Trey had a real significant strain, so we're doubtful that he'd be able to play in any of the next couple games. if we're fortunate enough to get there. But we'll kind of see what that looks like in another week or so. But he's definitely out for tomorrow. I mean, we missed him, in that last game against Kentucky. I mean, he's a guy that's capable of making multiple threes for us, space to floor. But it's a great opportunity for some other guys to step up, guys that we trust that have gotten some opportunities this year. Tyron Lawrence, Shane Dezzoni started to come on there at the end. Drew Weichert, it's a guy that has shown that, in big moments he could step up and do some things for us. Gabe Dorsey is still, a guy that, even though he hadn't shot the ball well this year, he does a lot of good things on the defensive end. And and we track everything in practices and everything, and he's one of our best shooters in practice, and he just has a diligent approach to his work. And I just feel like guys that approach their work like that, at some point in the season, something's good gonna happen for them. So it's not out of the realm that Gabe Dorsey could come in and give us some valuable minutes and help us while Trey is down as well.
Adam Weiss.
Yeah, looking ahead to the matchup and knowing that Belmont's a great 2-point shooting team, will you look to employ a similar interior defensive strategy as in the Kentucky game where Oscar Tshiebwe was held in check?
Well, yeah, I mean, we know that I think a lot of it is, I'm not even going to try to mess up this kid's name. But I'm gonna say a Big M. Big M is a problem down there that we're aware of, and you got to account for him. But again, we see guys like that in Castleton and Tshiebwe that are Bridges. So we face some guys like that I think could help us prepare with some of the things that they do. But again, having to be aware of their shooters as well. I mean, they probably hadn't shot it as well as they have in previous years. Just kind of listening to some of the broadcasts and things that, and scouting them over the last 24 hours. But, all that stuff is out of the window right now. Again, it's about, it's a local game with guys that know each other. So, and they play in this gym. And just like I said, they come over here and play. We go over there and play. And that's kind of part of their summer workouts and stuff. So they got some familiarity with this gym. Again, we got to defend them. That's what we have to do, not only just on the interior. We were well aware of their numbers around the paint, 60-some%, but I still think they're a very dangerous team from three. When they take those shots, they take good shots, they move the ball well. Again, like I said, it's an older team that knows how to play, and we have to make sure that we have the poise and put our imprint and our identity on the game the way we've been doing in our most recent games.
Chris.
Jerry, you touched on it a little bit earlier, but just how important is it for the evolution of this program for you guys to get into the postseason this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important. I mean, we play the game to win and have success, and and I think we had some growing pains, and obviously some moments where we feel like we let some things slip away. But again, it's part of our process. We're where we're supposed to be. I'm a firm believer. I'm a man of faith. And I feel like God has put us right in this place where we're supposed to be. Everything that has happened up to this point, if he wanted us to be an NCAA team this year, we would have been an NCAA team. But he put, this is where we're supposed to be. It's a good step for us, good opportunity for us to have something to play for, over this, this 3-year period that we've been here, that we've worked for and had the support and what we're trying to do. It's an exciting time, around Vanderbilt athletics, not just, basketball and what we're doing, but I mean, I'm excited for Shay, for the women's team to be able to get into the NIT, what they've been able to do this year, and her and her staff. Clark, I mean, there's a lot of excitement for football with them having new facilities and things that have just kind of had us all behind the 8 ball a little bit. I mean, even Corbs, I think this is, with the momentum and with Vandy United and everything that we're going to do at bowling, tennis, everybody's going to benefit from it because we have a real commitment from the top with Chancellor Dearmeyer, obviously, with Candace and her staff, Tommy and Kristen and Trace and all those guys, they're really excited about the future and the revolution of Vanderbilt athletics, and so I'm excited to be a part of it, excited again to lead and be at the helm of our men's basketball program.
Robbie?
I think Rodney played 32 minutes in that last game. I thought he looked, pretty solid. Is he just kind of good to go from here on out, barring a setback?
I told you Trey wasn't playing. I ain't got no more for you. But no, he's doing all right. He came out okay. He's just, obviously he's a little tight, but played a lot of minutes. When he's out there, he's just, he's competing. I saw him, wince and grimace a couple times. So I know he might have tweaked it a little bit, but had an ultrasound after the game. Nothing, nothing new. And so he didn't hurt himself any worse. So it's just about the recovery, and he won't do a lot today. We're just going to try to save him as much as we can for the actual game.